Starting. Posting on Instagram. Uh-oh. I got too many ducks in a row at once. Nobody's chatting yet. Nobody sees me. This doesn't matter. It's okay. It's fine. I'm not causing a problem here. Nobody's chatting yet. I need to get my YouTube link. Where's the YouTube app? I'm still waiting. Okay. Sorry if you are here and I am staring down at my phone. I want to post on Instagram that I'm here, but I need to do the swipey uppy feature so that people can come join us. And it's just circling forever. Oh, there's people. Okay. Instagram. This is the bit that I'll delete later when it goes back for the replay, so people don't have to sit through this, but you lovely things do. Now I'm going to get distracted by Instagram and just scroll. Just kidding. Okay. People are saying they don't see me. Do you see me? Oh, they see me. Okay. I'm live on Instagram. Nope. I'm live on YouTube right now. Swipe up. I'm live on YouTube right now. Swipe up. Swipe up. Paste. Yes. The done button went away and now it's just sitting there. Oh, goodness. Okay, maybe people on Instagram don't get to know because it's not working. Yep, it's not going to work. 5 more seconds. Count me down. But not yet. Start counting. Now. Post. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I have my camera is way delayed. Hold on, let me get it so that I can see what I am doing currently while seeing what you guys are chatting about. Also, Ryan said I need to be closer to the mic. Is that making a big difference? Can you guys, should I just hold it the whole time? Can you guys hear me well enough? So the reason why it says last weekly live in the title is because I've been able to do these each week without having kids running around me because it fits perfectly into Sadie's nap time and then Luca has had daddy. But our schedules are shifting up a little bit, and so I was thinking about it, and I think what I'd like to do is go live the first Thursday of every month. So it's not that it's going to be the last ever, but first Thursday of every month, go live, and I'll go for an hour. I just made that up. Maybe. And we'll see what time works best. This has been an experiment this whole entire time of trying to figure out, do I want to do this as a regular thing? Is it something people will watch? Is it worth it? Is it going to, be something good for our community? Is it going to help or hinder my channel? All that kind of stuff. So it's kind of a mixed bag. It definitely is great for the community, and so the rest of it, I don't care. It's great. So I do want to do them. I think we could do stuff like once a month because of just the way that I'm going to have with schedules and children and stuff. So I'm not going away. Hold it a bit closer. I can't. I have to talk like this. If I have to hold it closer. Hopefully you can hear me. Can I make my seat lower? If I shrink down lower and sit right in front of it, is that better? So monthly lives first Thursday of every month, and I will go for an hour. That's what I'm thinking right now. Honestly, if everybody was like, no, I want you here every week, and if it were like, I don't know, if it were something I could easily schedule with my family and stuff like that, then I would keep doing it. Hi, everybody from Chicago and Ireland and Norway. I'm scrolling back, and another Norway. You know that I'm Norwegian, do ya? I mean, do you know that I'm Norwegian, do ya? I am. I'm also Irish. I'm actually more Irish, but I grew up with my mom's side of the family, which was mostly Norwegian, and so we celebrated all of the Norwegian holidays and foods and things like that. As far as my Irish side, my dad is 100% Irish, so I'm actually 50% Irish, and then a mixed bag of Norwegian. It's ASMR if I move closer. What can I click together for you? Hairbrush. Sorry to the headphone people. I actually like this sound. Makeup bag ASMR. I like that sound. Yeah, okay with the monthly. Good deal. Yeah, that's a good deal. I don't know if I can still remind people, like, remember the first Thursday of every month, stop your lives and come watch, your own lives, to come watch me live in a virtual space. But whatever. We'll just see who's here and we'll chat and it'll be great, I'm sure. Hi from Germany, London, Costa Rica. Oh, how many of you have come to every live that I've done? If you have, give me a thumbs up emoji. And how many of you, if this is your first one that you've ever come to, do the blushing face emoji. Except for the fact that it's showing me all your, like, the little gumdrop sort of derp emojis instead. Happy Women's Day to everybody out there. I think that it is probably the majority of us in this group are women. I was trying to think of all of the women that have inspired me today. Most of them are people that you wouldn't know because they're from my local area and stuff like that. But hooray for Women's Day. Okay, it just flew by. Let me start answering some questions. Am I going to make other videos? Yes, I will. Monday is still my upload day. I didn't get a video up this week for circumstances beyond my control. I signed up to do a fun project. It's not even like I'm not going to talk too much about it just because I don't know what I'm supposed to do or not. It's not a huge deal as far as, like, it's not this ongoing, like, anything. It's not like a book release or anything. It is a video, but I can tease it by saying I didn't sign on to it for the traditional reasons that you would take a sponsorship, like the brand and the money. I signed on because of the experience that I was going to be able to do with somebody else. So hopefully it was supposed to go up and then some things got shifted. So it's coming very soon. And I have my bullet journal flip through video, my new current one. This is the one I work out of. That was so, like, display hands right away. I think that one's going to be the one that goes up next Monday unless I hear something different scheduling wise, but that is what I had planned to have for this Monday and thought it would have to get swapped up. So I will be here on Mondays or Tuesdays, hopefully Mondays or Tuesdays, every week with a regular scheduled video, and then Thursday lives once a month. It's going to be a really fun video. I'm excited about it. You'll see why. You'll know why. It's not like I'm hopping on a jet somewhere or anything. It's a very, like, personal experience that I'm very excited about. And I also have some other fun brand deals that are coming up with brands that I just love and adore, and that's exciting to me too. So when you have things like that, it can kind of shift into my regularly scheduled programming that I would want to do for myself, because sometimes brands say, well, we need this to go up before the end of the month, or, you know, they have these different things, so it switches things around. Okay. Let me start answering some questions. And I have the question from 2 weeks ago now. Was it? Or was it last week? Last week, I think. You're working in your bujo while watching. Yay. I want to see. Take a picture and tag me somewhere. I'm such a snoop when it comes to everybody else's bullet journals. How do you handle being friends with a friend's significant other, but they break up, even on good terms? How do you handle being friends with a friend's significant other? You know, this is rough. So, if you've been following me for a long time, then you know that I have a best friend named Peter Bell. He is one of my closest guy friends, and I have a darling friend named Megan. And I knew them separately as friends, and then they became friends, and we were all friends for a lot of years, and then they eventually got married. So they didn't break up, but they got married. And I sort of rode that same sort of line, like, how am I respectful to this relationship? They formed something outside of me, and I have friendships with both of them outside of each other. And it's really, I think, a personal thing of what you want to do with those friends. I would definitely talk to the close friend. I'm assuming, let's say for your circumstances, you're closer friends with the girl and then you became friends with her boyfriend, but then she breaks up and you still want to be good friends with the guy. I'm laying it all out like that, even though that might not be your circumstance, because that's just the easiest way for me to paint the picture. I would talk to the girl first and See what she feels comfortable with. And if she's really going through a heartbreak and it's incredibly hard for her to see him, or if he did her wrong somehow or something like that, then I think out of respect for that friend, I would distance myself from the now ex significant other as well. Maybe it's just for a season that it would have to be that way, just so that you are, in solidarity with your good friend who is going through a loss. However, if it's like one of those circumstances where they're like, we tried it, it didn't work, let's move on, you could probably bring up a casual conversation where you just are like, hey, you guys are both cool people, and that's why you dated each other, because you realized you were both cool people, and I'm sorry it didn't work out for you, but I still think you're both cool people. Is there a way that we can continue, to all be friends, or me be friends with both of you without it being weird, and open up the conversation for them to be totally honest with you because you want to respect them. That's how I was with my friends Pete and Megan. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't, I wanted to respect their new marriage where they were still getting to know each other, and I didn't want to be the friend who knew more about their significant other than they did about themselves. So I really did back off and give space, but I still popped in to say things about them as a couple, or things like that, just to, for my personal situation, just to give them time to form their own very, very strong bond, without me being like, oh, you don't know that one's favorite color? I do. Not that it would be like that, but just let them have their thing and not me be something in the middle of it. I don't even know if that was an answer. I'm so sorry. Okay. Brittany says, you look so healthy. How is your journey going? So I've plateaued, and it's very annoying because I'm working out a lot and I hate it. I lost 13 pounds, which is great. I want to lose 25 pounds, honestly. And I've gotten stuck, and I've gone up and down 5 pounds in this one spot. And I've done all the things they say to do. I've switched up my diet. I've switched up my exercise routines. I'm taking in a ton more water, and I'm making sure I get good sleep. And it's still sort of just fluctuating. I think they say like body confusion is a good thing because then your body doesn't get used to, the food or the workouts that you're doing. I think I might be confusing it too much. It's just like gripping the fat by the walls, being like, hold on, don't let go. We don't know what she's doing. What is my guideline for children with screen time? Was that what we said we were going to do last week? That's Chloe that said that. See, I do know some of you. I know your names. You comment enough. Her username is Sparks and Bubbles, but I know that's Chloe. What did we say we were going to answer last week? Was that the question? Let's find it. Yeah, do you have tech-free time each day? From Jen. So I'll go into that, and then I'm going to scroll back through some of the questions that you have. I'll go quickly into this, and I'm not going to stare at the comment bar right now, or I will distract myself. So I've noticed that my kids are very, very different with television, with screen time, and with technology. I scooted away from the mic. Hold, please. Sorry if that made weird scratchy sounds. Scarlett is a television screen zombie. If it goes on, the world could be exploding behind her. She could be standing on a tiny pinnacle left of Earth with everything else in apocalyptic ruins, and she'd still be like. Whereas Luca, he'll turn and look at the screen for a little bit, 5 minutes or so, and then he's off and he wants to play and do something else. I don't know about Sadie yet. So because of that, I actually have different screen rules right now at the moment for my individual children. And I wouldn't do that if I had them both home all day. I don't think that would be fair. But because Luca stays home with me and Scarlett is at school, I'm a little bit more flexible with Luca's screen time. I have this corner couch here. It's so hard in my brain. Oh, I did it. Kind of. In the very corner, that's Luca and my snuggle corner. So when I am having a slow start to a day, or if I just cannot wake up, he and I move all the cushions out and we cuddle up there and we pick out a show and we'll watch 30 minutes together. And then, to be honest, later in the day, he gets to watch another 30 minutes. And that can happen every single day. I'm not super strict about it. It's not that I endorse it. I actually would love to be one of those moms that's like, we just play with wooden beads and Montessori arts and crafts and listen to darling music on Pandora and stuff like that all day. But I'm not there yet. Maybe someday. We play with wooden beads while we stare at TV screens sometimes. Scarlett does not get the same privilege. I can actually see her brain functions so much better when she's been away from a screen. I used to think that was one of those things grown-ups lied to you about, but it's not. When they say back in the olden days, you would hear grandmas and stuff say, if you're making like a stink pot face, like, nah, they'd be like, oh, you hold it like that, it's going to get stuck like that, or whatever the phrase was. That's not it. What was it? I don't know. I thought that was the same with TV. Like, it'll rot your brains out. I'm like, psh, not really, though. But then I see my kid, and if she goes for a screen-free day, she's telling us amazing things that she learned at school that we've heard nothing about. She sits down and she draws, like, flight plans for NASA and tells me about what the astronauts are doing right now. And then when she's had TV in front of her, you go, Scarlett, she'll be staring off into space, even after the TV's off. She'll be staring off into space, and you can say her name 5 or 6 times before she goes, huh? She just is out of it. So out of it. So, I've really limited her TV intake. We do it as rewards. Sometimes we do it when we have friends over or a family movie night. And then we do have the wild day where I'm sick, I'm knocked down, I have a million things to do, and the TV goes on, and I don't stress about it because I'm all about letting go of that mom guilt. Your face is going to freeze like that. Thank you, Kelly. Kelly got it. Okay, more questions that you guys had there. Baribam just plays with wooden beads. Good on ya. I have a friend like that. I have a couple friends like that. I have legitimately 3 or more friends who have figured out how to, like, their children know how to make, like, salads out of dandelion flowers, and they sing together in the morning time, and they go lay in a sun patch and just be thankful for the world around them. I don't know, like, it's amazing. I love following them on Instagram, which is funny because that's a screen. I enjoy their screen freeness through a screen. I love following them because they just have these, like, quiet Insta stories where it's just a child twirling with some, like, ribbon scarves and stuff. It's super inspiring. And then meanwhile, my kid's in the background watching Paw Patrol. It's okay. Tomorrow we'll have twirling scarf in the sun spot time. Okay. Is Luca going to be in the school in the fall or still home with you? He is going to be going to school. He's very excited about it. And he's a smart little cookie. He's picked things up so fast. The other day, so he's 4. He just turned 4. And he learned to write his name a while ago. I would say probably around 3.5. And he just came over to me one day and had written his name on the paper. I'd never seen him write anything maybe more than like an I or something. And he was like, look, Mom. And I was like, where did you learn this? And he goes, Scarlett taught me. I don't know if she did or not, but since then he started, hold on, you are fat, faithful, approachable, and teachable. This is why I cannot turn and look away. He started writing Ryan's name on stuff now, and I still don't know where he learned that. So anyways, he's a quick little bugger. What does this say? Hold on, you are fat, faithful, approachable, and teachable. Me? Because my fat's holding onto the walls? Maybe. Okay, I'm going to scroll through more questions. Give me just a second. I've missed quite a few. I'm going to try and go up for a little bit. Where's Hiccup? He is currently in the backyard. I just got done chasing him around. I'll post an Instagram picture of him. I think people might think that he's no longer with us because I just haven't posted him much. But it's gotten to the point where I bring him in when it gets to be a certain temperature or if it's really rainy outside. And he used to come hop to me. He also goes into, he has a hutch that he goes into in the evening times. But he used to come hop to me when I'd go outside, and I would like pet him and everything, and then he would come hop inside. Now, I think he's getting like, he just wants to be wild. He hangs out with the chickens. They hop around together. Chickens kind of hop. That works. All day. The dog goes out. They're all little packed together. So now when I come, most often he hops away from me for a good 5 or 10 minutes. Then eventually he gives up, comes to me. And when I bring him inside, he's right by me. Like, he'll jump up on my lap and he wants to be pet the whole time. But I think when he's outside, he just, animals change from being like household pets into wild animals. Not wild, but like less domesticated pretty quickly. And so I think he just doesn't want to come inside. But it's so funny because whenever I get him in here, which he comes in very often because it rains a lot here in Seattle and I don't like a little bunny in the rain, even though his hutch stays open, he chooses not to go in it. He just looks like a sad little bunny hopping out in the rain. And I don't want him to get any sort of little bunny viruses or flus or whatever exists out there. So I always bring him in, I towel dry him off, and then as soon as he's in, he's my little best buddy hopping around by me, stays right by me, does a bunch of binkies in the living room. But he gives me a run for my money when he's outside. Okay. Sleep training. I do not have good advice on sleep training. My kids are magic sleepers. Sadie sleeps through the night. She sleeps from 7:30 until almost 9 a.m. almost every morning. When she does wake up, this sucks for moms that are really struggling, I know. When she does wake up, though, she wakes up maybe 7:30ish. She'll stay in her crib just sitting up and doing little baby coos and stuff for about a half hour before I have to get her. So I get up in that time and I get the kids ready with their breakfast and get them ready for the day, and then I go get her. It's magic. It's mom magic. And in every parenting relationship with your children, there are blips of life that you think, this is something all moms struggle with that you don't have to. Like maybe your kids never unpacked all the cupboards in your kitchen, or they never threw food on the floor, or they never projectile vomited. Whatever it is, like grab it as a little hooray win patch and put it on your sleeve. That's what I'm doing with the sleep thing. Sleep's amazing. I have a magic sleeper. Do I let my kids watch ASMR? No? Is that a thing? I mean, I know ASMR is a thing, but no. I'm confused. How do I handle fussy eaters? My kids have started out being, I'm trying to answer these quickly because I want to get through quite a few. My kids have started out being totally open eaters. They all took in food as like a new fun experience, and they wanted to try everything. And then as over time, when they get older and they start looking at how things look, like spinach or something, they're like, I don't think I want to eat that. We don't really give an option. We require 3 bites of every single thing that I provide for them to eat. If they don't like it, they don't have to take any more bites. I usually only give them 5 bites to start with anyways, and then if they want more of something, I give them more. But we require 3 bites. You're going to stay until you've tried 3 bites of everything on your plate. We haven't gotten much problem with that. Sadie has only not liked avocado, and there was one other thing. Cucumbers? I feel like she didn't like cucumbers at first, but now she's okay with them. I don't remember. But there's only one other thing. Okay, scrolling down more. Oh, a super chat came in. Thank you to... Why won't it show me who it is? It says the little green thing. Alessandra, thank you so much. Put this in your Disney jar for me. I want to show you guys my Disney jar. We really do have one. Hold, please. I can't lift it. I can't lift it. It's not going to go up. Let me see. Oh my gosh. It's not that full, but it's very, very, very heavy. Oof. This is our jar that when we get it full, and we've been doing it for a long time, but when we get it full, we're going to go to Disney as a family. So it's probably going to be, some years. But I plan to take the super chat money whenever I've heard actually from you guys that it has to reach $100 before it goes to the creator. I haven't looked into that myself, but that's what somebody told me. So once it gets to that, I'm going to take it out. I think I'm going to find out if I can take it out in quarters and just pour it in here. Maybe I will do that on a live. That'll be so fun. Someday I'm going to go to Disney and I'm going to go down Splash Mountain and yell out all your names. That'll be weird, but also fun. Okay. You have a Disney jar too. So far $200 and you're hoping to go in 2021. Yeah, it's going to be a while, especially because the last time, so when I went to Disney when I was a kid, I remember having to save up for the tickets myself, like the actual entrance passes in, and they were $50. How much are they now per person? That makes me, that's crazy. Okay, you just spent the last 2 days watching all of our Disney vlogs for like the 100th time. They are my absolute favorite. They are my favorite too. And Luca was just talking about them. I think we need to watch them too. My kids don't watch our vlogs. We don't go back and watch old videos. Every once in a while I'll stumble upon one because of a comment that somebody left and I'll go back through. But I have reverse FOMO. I miss out on things that I've already experienced and I want to be back there again, and it tugs on my heart so much that sometimes it's hard for me to watch them. So the Disney ones are the exception. I will let the kids watch through our Disney videos and our Florida trip videos whenever they like, because those are so fun. Who doesn't like avocado or cucumbers? The girl can't be trusted. Actually, I'm the only one in my family that likes avocado. Nobody else does. Okay. Somebody else sent a super chat. Hold on. Moving my little screens about. How do I see it? I see the $4.99. I don't see the person. Scrolling through. Oh, Abby Kadabby. Abby Kadabby, thank you. I remember we talked a little bit ago. Oh, thanks for answering my questions a couple of weeks ago. I remember that name, especially because I really like Abby Kadabby from Sesame Street. I like the song I Love Words. There's a video of Scarlett singing it somewhere on YouTube. Let's answer the question, last week's question, the one that was in the comments. So we already talked about the screen-free time. I will say that I used to do Webless Wednesdays, and I would love to do that again. I just don't know if it's possible right now. But there's a couple of different things that have that same sort of feel of a webless day with your family that I want to implement. Like, I like to implement a quiet time where we are all in a book together. Everybody can go get a book and we're all sitting in the same space. We've done it a few times and it was so great. And I really would love to do that. Oh, I'm getting distracted again. Also, when we do have screen-free days, I like to make sure that I have in my bullet journal where I give each kid a certain amount, not a certain amount, a specified type of one-on-one time that I know fills up their cups. So I always try and do that when we have our screen-free time. Yes, I am still losing subscribers. It's not happening as fast, but it's still going. Oh, well. I was joking about how when I was fluctuating with my weight, even though I'm working really hard, my weight was going slowly up a little bit here and there. And it was probably water and sodium and all that stuff. I know all that. But I'm watching my subscriber count go down and I'm watching my weight go up. And I was like, this is so confusing. I don't like it. It's fine though. Okay, trying to scroll through. Hold on. Did I even finish what I was saying last time? I don't think I did. Webless Wednesdays, screen-free time. Yes, we try and do it. Also being really present in the moment, making sure that each kid, I am taking a time in each day for them to feel like I am right there with them with whatever they want to talk about, whatever they want to experience, not me bringing something fun for them to do. So for, like I said, with me having focused time on each kid, Luca's love language is one-on-one time, whether it be playing board games or if we're coloring or something like that together. That's what he absolutely loves. And then I have in my bullet journal just to read to Sadie every day, because it is so hard to remember to read to your third child. She hears it like secondhand. She gets secondhand reading experience because I read to the homeschool co-op that I teach on Tuesdays. I read with the kids at bedtime every night. That's usually after she goes to bed. And I'll read with Scarlett for school and stuff like that. But then when it comes to just Sadie and us picking up a book, I always forget. So I have that down. And then for Scarlett, it usually revolves around something academic for her in her mind. So her learning a new part of her sewing project, or teaching me something that she learned at school, or playing on the piano and learning a new part to a song. Like, she really, really likes feeling like she's accomplished something. So I always try and focus on those things when we have our screen-free time. Okay, I saw some questions go by that totally like piqued my interest because they looked like you guys were answering them for each other. Hold on. April Fellers said, that's a trap question. That's a sensitive topic for so many. As any mother, she would love her babies, no doubt. I didn't see what your question was, but I'm interested. Oh, I'm guessing, I just read that one, so I'm going up. I'm guessing that they're asking how I would feel if one of my kids were gay. I'm going to say, I love my children unconditionally no matter what, and there is nothing on the planet that would ever change that. And I think that is and should be motherhood. The end. Mira says, I don't know if you remember me. I was one of the earlier lives asked how my grandfather was. He was really sick. Hold on. It moved. I talked about how my grandfather was really sick and how to explain death. My grandfather is a lot better now. Oh, I'm so glad to hear it. Thank you for updating me. Next bullet journal video. Yes, it's, I'm just waiting on somebody else's schedule for me to be able to put this up. And I'm hoping that that's what's going to come up next Monday. They asked if my kids came out. No? Am I coming to the UK? As always, I would always love to. I just don't know if and when that's going to happen. Our priority for funding always goes to school with the kids first, and then family stuff. And when it gets down to my bucket that I have for saving for going to see Louise, it's kind of low on the totem pole. I don't want it to be. I want it to be a higher priority, but there's always something that takes from it, like having to pay our taxes or something like that. Do I still talk to Louise often? I do. I have given her a little bit of room just because she's a new mom of 2, and she and I have been talking, like just texting a lot about when we're going to be able to FaceTime and things. It's overwhelming to have a newborn, especially when, you know, you've been out of the newborn game for 7 years. So she needs that time to just soak in her new little baby Pearl. Oh, another one. I'm a tough cookie girl. Thank you for the Disney jar. Thank you guys so much. Okay, we're going to wrap it up in 5 minutes, and now I'm going to get comments of people saying, don't you love it when Marie says she's going to wrap it up in 5 minutes and then talks for another half hour? So be it, if that's what happens. Let's see if there's anything else here that I need to grab onto to answer. How did you manage to parent your older kids while dealing with HG? We're trying for number 2 with a 15-month-old. I'm so worried and already feel guilty. Okay, I'm going to talk about HG for a second because there's super interesting things here. One, when I went to the doctor for it, she told me less than 2% of the population actually has HG. I don't know where that stat comes from, but I don't think I believe her because ever since I made those videos talking about it, I've had gobs. That's a measurable amount. Gobs and gobs of women who have said that they are suffering with HG too. So the way that you can diagnose yourself if you're suffering with it is, I missed Emily Bates' super chat. Okay, pause that. Sorry, putting an actual pin in it. I did? Emily Bates. Why is there not, YouTube gods, why is there not a spot where there's a spot where I can see the super chat. Okay, Emily Bates gave $5, €5 as well. Thank you so much. Emily, you didn't say anything. I recognize your name. We've talked before. We've said things earlier today. At some point or another, we interacted. Yes, because I remember your name. Thank you guys all so much. Okay, now I know where that bar is. Thank you. Okay, so if you have HG, you have some of the following symptoms. And you know what? I'm going to even leave it off at that because I made a video about this with Awestruck, so I will link that below. Ryan will link that below when this video is done. And it talks about if you have even one of the symptoms, then you have HG, I believe. It's not the same as having morning sickness. They are different things. I did not do well with parenting my children when I had HG. I relied a lot on Ryan. He had to super dad it up so much. I made lists, and I didn't even write the list myself because I couldn't write on paper because it would make me too sick. I would have help writing lists of things that I could do with the kids where they would feel loved, and I didn't have to move. Sometimes I didn't have to talk. Like, it all depended. In one of the Awestruck videos, I showed how Ryan blew up a balloon, and I took paper plates, and I was laying on the couch wearing just a bathrobe because even clothes made me feel so sick. And I would just hit the balloon when it came to me, only when it came to me, with a paper plate. And that was Scarlett's favorite game that she could play with me for a while. There were just games that I would try and list. I Spy with Luca. We did a lot of that kind of stuff. And as far as making food, I would always prepare. Ryan and I had a deal where if it had to be anything that had any sort of smell to it, he would be the one to make it. So I could make lunches where it was like carrot sticks and things that didn't have any scent to them. But if it was a dinner or something hot prepared, I could help him. I could tell him what we needed to get, and then he had to be the one to prepare it. Sometimes I had to practically leave the building when food was being prepared. It's very dramatic and very ridiculous, but you are fighting with the idea of, if I get sick again, my doctor says I need to go in and get another IV treatment because you can't lose that much electrolytes and nutrients every single day and be able to maintain a healthy pregnancy. So I would do whatever I could to try and fight off the idea of throwing up one more time in that day. It's rough, man. So it comes into play when I talk about why I think Sadie is our last. I'm not 100% shut off to having another child, but there are a lot of responsible decisions that I think, oh man, these baby hairs. There are a lot of things in my cons list for having another baby, and one of them is giving up a year of my life and placing responsibilities for my own children on somebody else's shoulders. And I just don't feel good about that. I don't want to let that be the only decision making. Ryan and I have talked about it a lot because we always thought we would have 4 kids, but with our ages, with the size of our house, with HG, with things like that, it seems like the responsible thing would be that we want to stop at 3. But I'm not limiting God. Whatever happens from here, however it happens, I know that we will meet it with a joyful heart and be so beyond blessed whichever direction we go, and we'll be able to look back 10 years from now and see why whatever happened was the right thing that happened, kind of a deal. Okay, I've lost all your comments now. I don't know why. Are we still here? Oh, there. Oh my goodness, somebody just did a $20 super chat. Why are you guys so generous? I don't totally understand.
Super chat.
Somebody just gave us $20, Ryan.
Huh?
And she has a picture of a darling little girl sitting in a tiny rocking chair. Thank you so much. And to Nicola. Is it Nicola? Sorry. Jace. Ryan, I can't hear. I mean, I hear myself, and so I can't do this. Okay, we're going to finish it up here. Let's go through and let me see a couple more questions, and then I'll go. Like 2 more questions, and then we'll go. $30 in super chats. It's just so amazing. Any tips for kids with food allergies? Oh my gosh, that's not a good question to ask at the very last second, or for me to answer at the very last second. Scarlett has no food allergies. I don't know why I started with her.
There's like 4 you haven't said anything about.
Seriously?
Yeah. There's like 2 more, like another 5, another $4.99 or something.
No, I think I said them all. I'm going to shout out the super chat people really quickly. Alessandra, Abby Kadabi, Emily Bates, Amatef Cookie, Yen, Gonzo, Jace, and Nicola is what I'm going to say that is. Is that right? Nicola, somewhere in there. That's what I see, you guys. I don't know how to process that. I don't know how to process that exists and that you guys utilize it and that you're that wonderful. Thank you so much. People do Patreon and I don't get it, but I feel like this is the same version of me not getting it. If there was I don't get it. I love the fact that people are willing to share with the creators that they enjoy, and I would totally do that. Like with Patreon, I would love to support creators that I enjoy with special benefits, whatever Patreon does. And people keep suggesting it to me to do it, but it seems so weird to be like, yeah, I make content on this part of the internet, but for money. I have these other special features. Like, I just don't totally understand it. Okay, anyways. What was I saying before? Oh, food allergies. Luca has a bunch of food allergies. We have an exposure therapy that we do with an allergist who is highly, involved in watching the process. So Luca has like a peanut and tree nut allergy, which are terrifying, but we give him very small doses with the guidance of an allergist. We would never ever do this with a child who has allergies without having a program and experts in place. But we give him very, very small doses of the things that he is allergic to and monitor him immediately after. We never do it when he's away from us. We do it under a certain schedule and time frame. This is a plan that we do. And that having that exposure to the things that he is allergic to, the idea is that they're hoping it holds off an anaphylactic response. So they're thinking, there's so many things they do not know about allergies, but their thinking right now is, and that's why I'm careful with it, because even the experts are not fully experts on this. There's just not enough information behind how allergies work yet. But the thinking is, a couple of years ago, they were saying if your child is allergic to something, stay away from it 100%. And then there were these extreme allergies and deaths coming out of that sort of protocol, and so they are shifting it, and it's scary because that means children like Luca are somewhat the guinea pigs of these new ideas and therapies, but the alternative of the old way is just as terrifying. So we've been doing it for a couple of years with him. Once a child has had an anaphylactic response, you cannot do this exposure therapy anymore, but all of his allergies seem to have lessened slightly, and now that he's old enough, he can tell us when he has any sort of adverse feelings at all. His allergies always presented themselves in a swollen eye or like blotchy red patches and stuff. But just because something shows up on the outside of their body doesn't mean that it's not going on the inside of their body. Scary things can happen with your esophagus. So we don't mess with allergies. You don't just test stuff out. I don't even want to give advice on how to handle things because I am 100% not a professional in this. But get an allergist involved. Make sure you like your allergist. Seriously, all of the information is so new that there's so many things that they just are sort of trying on for size. Terrifying. I don't want my baby to be the guinea pig for new things, but I understand. Okay, one more question. Organizing tips. I'm going to be doing some organizing videos soon, so just watch out for those. You so wish I had a P.O. box. I so wish I had a P.O. box too. I do consider that. The problem is, I'm really, really bad at writing thank you cards and things, and I have so much that I'm already spreading myself thin with I'm not going to say even so much on my plate because I'm doing it myself, but I have so much that I'm already like putting on my own, agenda, that if people sent me stuff, I would not have the time to seek them out to say thank you. And I feel so guilty about that, especially with some of the precious treasures that I have even had handed to me at conventions and things. I'm nervous about opening up the floodgates for your wonderful generosity. That is the most cheesy cup of happy thing ever said. So cheers to that. Delicious. I'm nervous about opening up the floodgates to your generosity. What a life. Let's cringe together. That was real cheesy. What's my favorite donut? All donuts. I know a lot of you are saying no need to send thank you cards, but when somebody pours out their heart and soul in a letter or makes something with their own two hands, it like weighs on me. And then I have this treasure in my house that I love and adore so much, and for years I will be thinking about how I never got around to saying the proper thank you that I wanted to say. So that's why I haven't done it. However, I have said in the past that I would absolutely love to set up a Christmas tree and have ornaments from around the world from you guys on it. So at the Christmas season, like, you could tune into our videos and see your ornaments in our house. I would like that. If I could send an ornament to one of your houses and see it in videos, I would want to do that. So I thought that would be cool. Another super chat came in. Okay, I have to answer the question that I wrote down from the comments from previous videos. Sian Turner. Oh, thank you so much. Another $5 in euros. How many of you guys are from the UK? I have a pretty solid split between American viewership and UK viewership, and then like smatterings of everywhere else in between as well. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of the same questions. Yes, the new bullet journal video is coming up. The reason I haven't gotten it up yet is because of scheduling outside of my control because of something else that I'm working on. Someone told me regarding the super chat, if you guys know, please answer this. Someone told me that this is one of you guys. You might even be here. We were talking on Insta stories, and she said that when you give a super chat, it's supposed to make your questions show up. So it does put it in green for me, but it totally gets lost in the flow of every other question as well. And then she said, from the article she sent me, it said that the more money you donate, like the longer your question stays up. So for instance, Yen, who sent $20, I never saw a question, did I? Did I respond to the question? But I wish I could show you what I see right now. There's a $20 mark at the top of my chat, but it just has her picture and $20. It doesn't show a question. There's nothing like pinned anywhere. So I'm constantly like scrolling up, scrolling back, trying to look for those people. I don't think Yen said anything though. I'm still trying to figure it all out. Can I tell you why this is the last weekly live? Our schedules are shifting a little bit. I just want to do I want to do lives once a month, first Thursday of the month, and I will go double the amount of time. So 1 hour, which probably means 1.5 hours. And it'll be the first Thursday of every month. I might play with the time a little bit. We're going to see what works the best. We'll start with the first Thursday of next month being at the regular time. They stay up for you. Why wouldn't they not stay up for me? No question was sent. Okay. If I click on the color at the top, it'll take me to her comment. I tried that. It is not. Maybe that's because she didn't leave a comment. I do have a whole nother bar that shows me super chats though, and it usually shows what the comment is along with it. So I see that one there. Alessandra just sent another one, $2. And see, that came up in my super chat box. What does Rai do for a living? We don't talk about his exact job on the internet. There is some safety protocols in place for that. All I can say is that he doesn't work in what he went to school for. And he went to school for and has a history degree. And he does teach. He loves working with like middle school and high school age kids, which are my least favorite ages. So it works really well because I love the little teeny tiny ones and I work really well with them. And he works better as they get older. We're a good team. We'll tag team the whole parenting gig. I might pop in for Thursday lives once in a while. The main reason is that Ryan is here to watch Luca right now, and that's not always going to be the case. So I just can't be dependable on it when I don't have the extra child care. Okay, I think we should sign off here, you guys. I stayed on for long, like I always do. Remember when I said I'll sign off in 5 minutes, 30 minutes ago? Cool. I only get a portion of the super chat. That figures. Well, I'll have to learn how this thing actually works. Scrolling up. I can tell you, I know a lot of you guys, I see a lot of people asking what Ryan does for a living. I can tell you what he should do for a living. I really honestly think that he should have been a marriage counselor. He doesn't love to talk so much, but when you get him on a subject where he wants to impart wisdom he does not shush. He does not. And he's been the go-to guy for a lot of my friends with either their breakups or when they're deciding whether they want to get in a more serious relationship with someone. They will come and chat with Ryan. He's even chatted with some couples together, and I think he would have been amazing at that had he lived a different life. I think he should be a professional husband too, if that could be a thing, because I think he's just really good. He's the most not observant. He's the kind of guy where I don't have to say what I'm thinking a lot of the time and he already knows. And I haven't met very many men in my dating history that understand a woman's head and heart that well. There's a lot of things that can go unsaid because he's so intuitive. Maybe that's what he is. Please answer your questions. Sloan says, what do your kids want to be when they're older? Scarlett right now wants to be two things, a singer and a pet store owner. Luca wants to be, what did he do? Ryan just asked them this the other day. I don't remember what Luca wants to be. Shall we ask him? Let's ask him. Luca Books. And Sadie wants to be fed. That's what she wants to be when she grows up. The girl loves to eat. Luca! I don't know if they can hear me. It's a vast estate, I'm telling you. Oh, coming, Mommy, he just said. Hi, buddy.
Hi.
Come here.
Hi.
First off, yes, he needs a haircut. We know it. We were just talking about it today. He's my little...
Can I have a haircut today?
Maybe. We could go get one. That would be fun. Okay, don't touch that. That's a microphone, okay? Hold on. You're going to see yourself in a second. Look. There's you. Why is your face so red? It's just the camera. Okay. Oh, I look that red too. This cameraman. Can you tell me... Which way does your hair go? This way? No, this way. What's going on? Tell me what you want...
It's getting longer.
What have you been doing in there with Daddy? Are you guys coloring?
No, we're looking at Pokemon cards.
But what's all this orange and blue all over your arms?
Marker.
Yeah, you were coloring at some point. Okay, tell me what you want to be when you grow up.
Fireman.
A fireman? What do firemen do?
Put out fires.
Yeah. Luca?
What?
What does red stand for on the American flag? Do you remember? Bravery and valor.
Let's do that again.
Okay, Luca, what does red stand for on the American flag?
Bravery and valor.
Good job. Do you remember what white stands for?
No.
The pure white snow. It's purity and innocence. And then the blue stands for...
Wait, let me do the white again.
What does white stand for?
Purity
Purity?
and innocence.
Uh-huh. And what does blue stand for? Are you touching your tongue?
I don't...
Do you remember, what do the policemen wear blue? And they are supposed to help us have... When you make a wrong right?
Justice!
Justice and perseverance. Can you say justice and perseverance?
Justice and perseverance.
That's right. Okay.
Why isn't it copying us?
It's not supposed to copy us. It's a microphone. So when we play this later, we'll be able to hear ourselves. Is there anything you want to say to the people that are watching you right now? Okay, go play with Daddy. Have so much fun. I love you. The reason why I was asking those questions is because those are questions from Scarlett for school for a test that she has to do. And we'll be driving to school and I'll ask Scarlett, I'll be like, what does the red on the American flag stand for? And Luca will be sitting in the back and he'll go, bravery and valor. It's so cute. So anyways, he didn't do it this time because I think he could see himself and you just get a little, deer in the headlights. He wants to be a fireman at this point, but I honestly think it's because when I was teaching Scarlett about red standing for bravery and valor, I talked about how the red fire truck drives bravely towards the fire. I was trying to equate those, so I think that he's got it in his head because of that right now. He used to want to be a chef. I could see that. Okay. I'm going to answer a couple of questions in the chat. I'm going to stay there, but I'm going to turn off the live now. So I will stay in the chat. Let's keep talking there, and I will try and answer a couple more of your questions. Thank you for sticking with me as we always have. I mean, as you always do at the end of every live. I talk a lot. The end. I'm going to miss doing these every single week. Marie, last week's question. I did. Last week's question. Oh, thank you. Last week's question was the no screen time, but then I also had somebody ask me in the comments from the recorded videos was what are the most common questions I get on YouTube? And there are a lot that I get over and over again, but 2 things that I get continually all the time, every single day, are pictures of that woman who knitted the chicken apron where it has like a spot for 1,000,000 eggs. Have you guys seen that? Because I see it every day of my life for like the past year. I'm glad that people think of chickens and think of me and then send it to me and that they take the time to send me the link. But I don't know what it is about that one specific knitted chicken apron. It's for sure been sent to me 500 or more times. In the second thing is Cup of Happy Cups. I swear I coined this term a couple of years ago, and I was like, it would be really fun to make mugs that said Cup of Happy on them, and then we could all have our mugs together when we do these chats. And then immediately after these ones, this was the original one. I keep my lovely adornments in here. These ones showed up on like little boutique sites and stuff like that. Carly from the Sister Wives gave me this one. Then they started showing up at Target. They're everywhere now. I mean, Hobby Lobby, everywhere has them. And so I probably get Cup of Happy mug pictures 5 to 10 a day. I don't mind it at all because I love that there's so many people in the Cup of Happy and that they see something like that on a shelf and they think of me. But I think if I had a P.O. box, I could probably fill cupboards and cupboards full of Cup of Happy mugs that people have seen and wanted to send me. I'm a little like bummed that we didn't get to create them because I wanted to do that. But how do you get cuter than this? This is what it would have looked like if I could have designed it. Like doodles around a kind of lumpy mug. It's the best. They already won, so we win too. Did I do everything that I was supposed to do? I've seen that sent to you 1,000,000 times on Cup of Craft alone. Yeah, I get it in my DMs all the time. I have it on Facebook Messenger, Instagram Messenger, anywhere people can find me. People send me videos of them when they find them at stores, and I love it. I feel like I'm like Easter egging all over the world. So I think it's totally fine. Where can you get a Cup of Happy mug? Pretty much everywhere. Target has them now. It doesn't look like this one though, but you can get these ones through a place called Nature something or other. The price sticker is blocking it. Nature Life, is that what it was called? We're getting there. I'm gonna pull it off. No, I think it's Nature Life. This is fun. You guys get to watch me peel a sticker off of the bottom of a thing. Good times, good times. Huh. Natural Life? Natural Life. That's what it says. Naturallife.com. And I'm pretty sure that they have free shipping. People have sent it to me enough that they've even said I could ship this to your house for free if you want to have one. I do have one, so thank you. Live with Ryan. Yes, I do live with Ryan. Pink would have been cuter. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. I saw a dress that I thought you'd like the other day and realized how weird it was that you thought that. No, it's not. I want to be in your heads.
You need to be done. We want to come out.
Okay, on that note. You guys hit thumbs up. Tell them to, can you say like and subscribe?
Like and subscribe.
Is this child, what is it called when you get your, is it child exploitation to get you to say like and subscribe? What do you think? No? Okay, we're good. We're good then. I love you.
I love you too.
Okay, say bye.
Bye.